Here is this, of course, is my car. It's called the Renault Twizy. It's all electric, and of course you can get 60 miles of travel on this thing, but that 60 miles is only going to cost you a mere £1.50. Now that £1.50 converts into round about 300 miles to the gallon. 300 miles? Anyone impressed? Now what are you getting out of your car? 35, give or take a mile or two. Not just that, no road tax, and you can charge it up any way you like. It's got a 3-pin plug. Now let's move on. We're getting some face recognition into the house. Here we go. That's done, and let's move on to the kitchen first. Way back in 1942, the one item launched here at the Ideal Home Show was the microwave. And since then, it's never really changed shape. It's always been a box with a door and a window. That's it. Until now. Sputnik comes along and completely changes it up. It's a 360-degree view, which means you can now see inside what you're heating up. And if you're like me, you like to do milk in the microwave, just before that moment of milk explosion, you can stop it, because you can see inside. And lucky I'm not the only one. That looks like that guy's joining in with the milk explosion there. We're going to pop some corn while we go on to talk about broadband. Now, who's already got themselves fibre optic broadband in the home? Who's in the fast lane? One, two, couple of people. The majority of us are in that slow lane. According to Ofcom, the UK average is around about 7 meg per second, which is slow. But take a look at this video clip I downloaded in seconds, and I've got something else to tell you.
Who are we? We are no one. Our mission is to monitor extraterrestrial activity.
Now, instead of number crunching and confusing with data transfer, etc. like that, think of it this way. 7 meg connection. Start your roast dinner, start your download. Roast dinner done, download almost done. Or 100 meg connection. Put some popcorn in the microwave, click go. Start your download, popcorn done, download done. It's that fast. And here's another thing. Whether you have broadband on fibre optics now, next week or next month, you're going to have it, because that's the way forward. It's like digital TV. You know, when you think about it, when someone said to you 36 months ago, you've got to have digital TV or nothing. Well, we are now at that point. If you don't have it, you don't have TV. Let's move on to tagging. This is quite clever. Now, the home of the future is listening to what you say and also watching your suggestions, so you can make things happen. I'll show you some more of that in a moment, but first off, tagging. I want to remind myself to leave the house with this wide, so I just hold it up. Remember, every room in the house will have one of these central computers, and you say tag, and that will add it to your list. Now, this is a list to remind you to take it with you when you leave the house, but look what happens on that screen when I leave the house without the wine. It's going to remind me I'm leaving without it, but I want to, so I say it's okay. And it'll remove that from the list. You can tag and de-tag anything you like. So, you could tag your bus pass, your lipstick, your mobile phone, your car keys. If you're going on holiday, tag your passport, your tickets, your bikini, anything you want tagged, you can tag and de-tag, and the house will remind you when you leave if you're leaving without something, and then when you come back, it'll tell you what you're returning without as well. So it's a really good, useful thing within the home of the future. Now let me introduce you to Ollie. Ollie, this little white box of magic, is called a smelly box. He admits smells for different things. So, instead of the usual "you have" email, he will admit a smell. Like, I don't know, oranges, if that's what you choose. So if you get an email, you can smell oranges, or if you get a tweet, you might smell fresh cut grass. You choose, and whatever it is, Ollie will admit the smell. So that way you get a nice smelly alert instead of an audible one. Bit different. It's kind of like the first stages of smell-o-vision. You're not buying into the idea of smell-o-vision yet? We all said the same when flat screen TVs came out. No, I don't need one of those. I've got my big TV, thanks. We've all got them now. Going somewhere, young man. Running away with himself. Right, let's talk TV. This is the latest from Bang & Olufsen. This is the B&O Play range. On here, I'm going to show you Virgin Media TV. Anyone already got Virgin Media television? Or one or two? The difference between Virgin Media and some of the others is just how much control you have. With Virgin Media, you can record 2 shows at the same time and watch a third, or record 3. That already beats its competitors. Now, one thing you can do on Virgin Media that you cannot do on any other system is when you bring up your program guide, it always starts on roughly around the hour where you are, and it goes forward. What's on tonight, what's on tomorrow. You can set reminders, you can set programs to record. That's standard across them all. But what about what was on yesterday, the day before, this morning? You can go back on the program guide. In fact, you can go back up to 7 days worth of TV. and find what you missed. So that means you don't have to record everything. So if you like to watch EastEnders and you like to catch up maybe a day or two late, don't bother recording it. You don't need to. Just go back and find it and play catch up. See, this makes that 500 hours of capacity on your hard drive even bigger. So instead of recording everything, if you can catch up with it, forget recording it. But bear in mind, 500 hours. That's nearly 21 days of television. That's knocking off for 3 weeks of continuous TV watching stored on your one box. That is way more than enough. I guess if it's not enough, you could always buy a bicycle or something to fill in the gaps. Now also, it's got a thing called wish list. This is quite clever. This adds keywords that you like to your system. So let's say you like crime dramas as a genre, or comedies. You might like George Clooney as an actor. You might like cheese as items. Tell TiVo those things that you like. He'll go away and find programs that are with those tag words, and he'll record them for you. If you watch a lot of crime dramas or a lot of, let's say, comedies, TiVo will notice that and recognise that and go away and record shows and put them in your suggestion box. On the remote control, there is a thumbs up and a thumbs down. Just tell TiVo, I like or I dislike. He'll start to learn what you like to watch and what you don't like to watch. So he'll do that for you as well. Now, home gesture control. This is where you have the ability to control things in and around the home, like opening the curtains without even being near them, or turning the kettle on. If I wanted a cup of tea, my kettle's in the kitchen. I could be in the bedroom. I just say, house kettle on. There we are, it's on. Now if I wanted the lamp here in the living room, I say, house living room lamp on. And that comes on. So you have that control just by saying it. Now the home computer on. We'll scroll through to the bills, no thank you. Next one is the security, and the one after that should be music. Yes, so I want the music, so I just say yes. And that'll bring up my track listing. Now this, of course, is your track listing that you choose. You can add as much music to the system as you like. LMFAO, play. That will play the song. And also, the thing is, it will play the song whatever room you're in. Move to the kitchen, the music follows you. Move to the bedroom, the music follows you. If you're in the living room, you want to change the music, just go change, track, and the song will change for you. You are the controller. So if you can't hear it, and you're in the bedroom, watch the screen. Volume up. Too loud, volume down. Remember, you are the controller, so do it anywhere in the house, and the house will be listening to your commands. Who's got the Xbox Connect system? It's the same thing. Music, off. It's no different. It's exactly the same as the Xbox Connect the kids are doing now. Because see, remember we used to have the controller with the wire, then they cut the controller as a wireless controller. Now they don't have any controllers. They're standing in front of their computers, waving like this. And the new TVs have come out, if you've noticed, you don't need a remote to turn the volume down. You just hold your hand up and do this in front of your TV to turn the volume up and down. Have you not seen those yet? Where have you been? They're out. So you have that control. Seriously, it's amazing. Right, let's drop the lights and let's go to bed. Setting the scene for a night between the sheets. Let's have a splash of red. That's nice. No, it's a little bit too Amsterdam-like. Let's go yellow. Let's go green. And blue. Bed, turn. Now, all the way over from the United States of America, this bed is called the Transport Pod bed, and it does exactly that. It will transport you bed stop into an incredibly deep sleep. Now, here's the thing. On the other side of that, you need to wake up. Built into the bed is light, sound and massage therapy. So yes, it will sink you into an incredibly deep sleep, but it's not going to shock you when you need to wake up. What it will do is it emulates a sunrise. So you are asleep, nice and sound asleep. You set the alarm for, let's say, 7 o'clock. Just before the 7 o'clock hour, the bed starts to emulate a sunrise. Give or take a minute or two around 7 o'clock, you're wide awake. You've had the best sleep, you haven't heard an alarm, yet the bed has done its job. It's sent you to sleep, it's woken you up, and you feel great and ready for the rest of the day ahead. And listen, it's a mere $15,000. Take two. I'm joking. Now, of course, that is it from the tour at the Home of the Future. Thank you so much for coming. There's still plenty to see at the Ideal Home Show, so enjoy yourselves. But from me, my team in Virgin Media, have a fantastic day. Thanks for coming. Thank you.